was going to say, actually, it was very funny, actually, I got here at all today. I had no idea. About a month ago, because, what's the day? Thursday, yeah, that's right. Well, this is on the Monday, and I was sitting at home watching the telly, nothing on, mind you, but you get used to that position, sort of. And the phone rang. I thought, hello, the phone hath rung. Whom can it be? Whom? So I answered it, and there was this voice on the other end. Girl, nice girl. She said, oh, yes, this is the Minister of Defence here. I would like to talk to you. So I accepted the charge. And, excuse me. Have we started? What are you going to say? Well, aren't they fools? I said, what? Nincompoops, they're nincompoops. I said, I've been waffling on here, see, while they got ready. You see, this so they make me feel such a fool. Nincompoopery unconfined. Shut your face, you. Yeah, well, what camera are we on? We on now, are we? On the telly. Good after night. Good after night. This is the viewers. Welcome aboard the Ark Royal, where I am in the process of addressing some of the personnel. Now, if you'll pardon me, I was on the phone. Thank you. So anyway, this voice was on the phone now, a man. Very posh, very posh. He said, are you hard? Pardon? He said, are you hard? I said, no, I'm not at the moment, no. But I haven't been for some time either. I said, my name is Howerd, with an E, Howerd, not Howard. Oh, he said, jolly good, yeah. Well, now look, hard. I thought, I thought there's no point in elucidating. It's like talking to a frog. Anyway. So I said, well, he said, oh, Minister of Defence. I said, hello, Min, how are you? I thought, strike back at once. Let him know his boss. So I said, what could I do? He said, well, we've had a leak. We've had a leak here in the office. I said, you have? And you're phoning to tell me this? I said, surely this is classified information, isn't it? He said, don't be obtuse and absurd, he said. No, we have found out, he said, that some television company is sending you some TV crowd, sending you to Gibbers. Is that right? I said, yes, sir, to Gibbers. On Saturdays, in the mornings. I thought, two can play at this game. Mine's not a titter. No, I thought, there's no sense in wasting good gags on him. So... Mocking Francis. They know how to hurt. Naughty, you're naughty. Now, I'm sorry, sir, I was just talking to this lot. So, I said, what did you want? Well, he said, when you're over, he said, in Gib, talking to our people, he said, won't you try and raise morale? He said, try and perk them up. So I said, well, yes, he said, you see, as you know, he said, we're planning to slash half the Navy. So try and sell them the idea it's an achievement. So I said, oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I will, sir. I do my duty as always to my country. Thank you, sir. Yeah, oh, any time. Call upon me. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Cheeky bugger. First thing I saw, well, first person I met when I got aboard was, of course, the captain. And the captain was there. And they told me I was very lucky, really, because they said he rarely ventures out of his cabin and very rarely emerges out of the cabin. Apparently he's very shy, they told me. And but nice, anyway, have you met him? I I can introduce him if you want to know. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, no, he's a nice little man. Underneath. And, anyway, he said, tell me, are you hard? I thought, oh, dear God, here we go. Do they all have trusses on? Do they? I said, yes, Howard, sir. Oh, he said, yeah, well, come this way. He said, I'll show you into my inner sanctum. So I thought, when in Rome. When in Rome. And anyway, he's a lovely den. He's got a beautiful den. Oh, yes. All Laura Ashley. And he's really... And he's got this wonderful four-poster hammock. It is really... No. It really is. I mean, and he looked very nice there in the den there, you know, in his black leather. And, no, I didn't mind that. Oh, no, I didn't mind. No, it was those whips round the wall I didn't like because, no, I didn't, but yes, anyway, what's the day? Thursday, yeah, well, on the Tuesday, why don't you four join hands and try and contact the living? Those four guys. No, what? No, I was summoned by this crowd, this TV crowd, to their penthouse. And this, the boss, big man, said, oh, look, mush, because he's as common as muck. So, he said, what we want is this. He said, we want audience participation. Now, he said, people like to see themselves on the television. Audiences like it themselves, he said. That's what's successful. So he wants some participation. So he said, you know, talking, you know, talking to them, they talk to you, toing and froing, intercourse. So, no, it's the first time that he's bucked up all the afternoon. Now, let's start the participation. Who looks kind? Who looks kind to participate? Ah! There. It's got a kind face, little pixie face. Look. Who's a pixie? Isn't who? Who's a pixie? He's a pixie face. What is your name?
Nick.
Nick, I see. Ah, well now, Nick, what rank are you, by the way?
Sub-lieutenant.
Oh, I beg your pardon. You're an officer?
Yes.
Oh,
yep.
Okay. I'll speak very slowly. Now, Nick, what would you like to ask me? Do you understand the question? Well, say something, it's only goodbye. Say something like, how long have you been in show business?
How long have you been in show business?
Mind your own bloody business. Now, I tell you see? Now, we've got a rapport straight away. Do you understand that? Something big could grow out of this, Nick. Don't worry. All right, now, anybody, let's see. Anybody else? Wait a minute. Oh, you. You've got your hand up. I assume it's your hand, is it? Now, you're going to help me in the act, are you? I'm going to rephrase that, yeah. What, you shut your face, you. Big butch beard he's got on there. He thinks he's... Tell me, sir, where are you? Oh, thank you very much. What's your name?
Sting.
Sting.
I
thought that was a group. Is it just you? Sting? Really? Well, you say so. What do you do on the show?
I'm a radio maintainer.
Ah, what does that mean exactly?
Well, essentially, I look after the integrated communication system. And it covers anything in the high-frequency bands, like aerials to amplifiers, radio transmitters, typewriters, microphones, handsets.
Excuse me, Nick. We don't want a mini-series. We don't want a mini-series. Thank God we're not doing This Is Your Life. We'd be here all night, wouldn't we? Do you want to ask me a question or something?
Have you ever been in the Navy?
Have I ever been in the Navy?
Yes.
Now, do I look like an ex-Matalo?
No.
Is that obvious, is it? Is that obvious? I know, I loved it. I wish I'd like to have joined. I really would. I was keen as mustard. Keen as mustard. Where's the pixie? Oh, yeah. Have you heard of the HMS Victory in Portsmouth? And, I went there, actually. I went down to, there to get a feel. And wait a minute. Get out. Go back to your bunk. Alone. Now. Anyway, I was walking around this quarterdeck, and God help us, I didn't half help myself. I tripped. And right onto this cannonball. What a great thing. Oh, knocked me senseless. I'm stupefied. And yeah. And I got up and there was like, oh, God. I tripped and there was this damn plaque on the floor. Lord Nelson fell here. No wonder, what a silly place to leave the damn thing. It's so stupid. So there we are, but I'd like to have joined the Navy, I really would. Because, you must have such fun. Oh, it's a fun palace, look at it. It's a fun palace. Jollity upon jollity. Oh, jollity, pardon?
It's not all fun, there's a lot of hard work.
Oh, I stand reprimanded, I'm sorry. What do you do on this boat?
Ship.
Pardon?
It's a ship.
Oh, an expert. Look, cocky lumps. Tell me, how long is it? Let me phrase that. Wait a minute. How long is the Ark Royal?
No idea.
Well, how wide is it?
Don't know.
Well, have you no idea how fast can it go?
Quite fast.
Are you sure you're not a stowaway? Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the next Admiral of the Fleet? Now, anybody else? Any customers, sir?
Please.
Where? Oh, yes.
You said you didn't join the Navy, so what did you do?
I have never been so humiliated. Not since the last time I paid for it. Now, how dare you? How very, very dare you? Anyway, yes, sir.
I've got a question.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What's your name?
It's Dave.
Dave. Oh, Dave, okay. What's your question?
When I leave the Navy, I
Yeah.
want to be a comic. Do you have any advice, please?
Well, you flattered me, I must say. I'm very surprised. What sort of comic do you want to be?
Oh, I'd like to be a funny one.
Can you lip read? Well, piss off. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Dave, do you want to be a stand-up comic or alternative comic, or what kind of comic do you want to be?
Stand-up comic.
Stand-up, oh, all right. Well, I tell you what, advice, get to your feet. You see, there you are. He's got the makings, isn't he, you see? What you want is some basics. He's going to be a comedian, for a long career. Yeah. Basic stuff like catchphrases, things like that. Sort of, oh, nay, thrice nay, and yet again nay. Shut your face. And no, this is no. And oh, not on your Nelly. I was amazed. Oh, you see? Right, let's have you then.
Hey, not on your Nelly. No.
Nay, thrice nay.
Nay, and thrice nay.
That's right.
Titter you not, shut your face. Oh!
No. Wait. Dave. It's just the ooh. Just the ooh at the end. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, get higher. Grasp something. Grasp. Oh, that's it. Not too much. That's enough. Don't strain yourself, spoil your weekend, all right? The thing is, you can... I'm going to say that... Yeah, park yourself. I'll tell you why. What I was going to say that what you need if you're going to be a comic is what we call taglines. Have you heard of that, taglines? I mean, for instance, I mean, I'll tell you a very good, this is a marvellous tagline. That doesn't belong to me, that belongs to the donkey. Now, what? No, I know it doesn't make much sense because you haven't heard the rest of the joke, but see, I can't go into details, I'll be here all day, but that's the point. Have you got any good taglines?
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3.
All right, we don't just get to different. Have you got any good jokes to go with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you put a close-up on me? Put a close-up, right. Go.
Right, okay. There was these 2 nuns with a big cucumber.
Wait a minute. God help, you hear that? Dear God, if that's the first line, God knows what the tagline's going to be like. All right, I'll tell you what, Dave, you come round and see me afterwards, I'll tell you that I'm at the donkey. Yeah. You're welcome. Anyway, anybody else now?
Please.
Oh, sounds so high. Oh, it's a lady. Yes. Madam, what's your name?
Diane.
What can I do for you, I hope? Lust.
Well, you've been a comedian for an awful long time now, and I was...
Excuse me. I wasn't very keen on the awful, but it's a bad start, dear. See, sometimes you lose the will to live, I'll tell you. Never mind.
Well, I was just wondering, what was the first joke you ever said in entertainment?
You think now. Actually, see, I started telling jokes when I was in the army, and I was stationed near Southend. Do you know Southend in Essex? And I was stationed near there, a place called Shoeburyness, and I used to come into Southend sometimes in the blackouts to go to a dance or something. You see, and this night I was at a dance, and this at the NAFI, and this girl was there, and she was very nice. And so after this dance, I said to her, "May I see you home?" And she said, "Thank you very much." I said, "Actually, where do you live?" She said, "Oh, not well." She said, "Actually, I live in a farm." She said, "It's not very far from me. It's about half an hour walk." So I said, "Oh, that's fine." And she said, "The only thing is," she said, "I've got a couple of packages." She said, "I live on a farm, and I've got a couple of packages to pick up from my uncle to take back home to the farm. Would you mind?" So I said, "No, we'll call in." So I said, "What are they?" She said, 2 ducks." So I said, "Ducks?" She said, "Oh, they're not dead. They're alive." I said, "But she said, no, they won't flap." She said, "They're all sort of bound up a bit." So I said, "All right then." So we went down to this uncle, you see, and she gave me these 2 ducks. So I said, "Well, I'm a perfect gentleman." I said, "Look, I'll carry it. I'll put one." So I put one under each arm, these damn ducks. See? And off we traipsed down through this dark, pitch black, across this field, and down this lane, and all of a sudden this girl fell back against a hedge, you see. And she said, I said, "What the hell's wrong with you?" She said, "I'm frightened." I said, "What are you frightened of?" She said, "I'm frightened of you." I said, "Well, are you frightened of me?" She said, "Yes, I'm frightened you're going to try and make love to me." I said, "How the hell can I make love to you with a duck under each arm?" Well, she said, "I could hold them for you, couldn't I?" I mean, let's see a way. Play it. Yeah. What's your name?
David,
From where?
the Isle of Man.
Yeah. Have you got any questions or what? What's...
Yeah, have you ever worked on a ship before?
I don't do much entertaining on ships very much, because when I go on, I like to have a holiday, you know, get away. And the last cruise I went on was a disaster. We were down, it was hot, down the Med it was, and it was the people, you know, the drunks, the losers, nymphomaniacs, and that was just the crew. And it was a real, all these deck games, they'd play deck games, and it was damned hot, you know. And this woman, dear God, this woman came up to me, she was a big woman, and she had this little bikini. But I mean, I thought, oh God, look at that. Oh. She said, "Excuse me," she said, "have you seen my quiet?" So, I said, "I should think I'm the only one who hasn't." Are you from Manchester? Good. You know the Union Canal, Grand Union? No, the Grand... Is it the Grand Union, isn't it? Manchester. Manchester Ship Canal. Yeah, well, that's the... Eh? Yeah, ship. I'm going to join Tarzan up there. Yeah, Manchester Ship Canal. I was playing the clubs then. This was, well, early in my career, about 10 years ago. And I was, all right then, 15 if you want to be precise, and we were going around these clubs, and I wasn't getting much money. I was penniless. And so I thought to myself, how the devil I would get back to London? And I was in this pub, see, talking to this bargee, as you do. He said, well, I'll tell you what, he said, come down with me, I'm going down, down the canal, all the way. So I said, it'll take a long while. I said, beggars can't be choosers. So he said, the only thing is that if you can put up with the smell. So I said, you're not trying to be offensive, are you? He said, no. He said, I'm carrying 20 tons of manure. So I said, 20 tons of manure? Oh, that's it. That doesn't matter. Fine. So we started, you see. And we went down this canal, about 5 miles. There was a lock. And this lockkeeper bawled out, what do you got on board? So he bawled out, 20 tons of manure. And a comic called Frankie Howerd. I said, all right, then go on. So we went another lot, another 5, 10 miles. Same, what do you got down on board? He said, 20 tons of manure, and a comic called Frankie Howerd. So we went on another lot. I thought, God, we never get there. That 15 miles, this lock again, the same procedure. What are you carrying? 20 tons of manure, and a comic called Frankie Howerd. I said, look, after, I said, we're getting near the West End now. If you don't mind, the West End of London, I said. When he asks you next time, I said, would you make sure I'm top of the bill? He said, certainly I will, certainly. So we came to the next line. Yeah, what you carrying, buddy? He said, Frankie Howerd, he said, and a load of crap. Does that suit you? I'm going to tell you now, I know what you're all agog. You are all agog. I know why. You're dying to hear the one about the donkey. Scream. And, no, pardon? We fit.
Time's up.
Well, who's calling me? Are we out? Oh, good. We're finished. We're off. I'm sorry, what a damn shame. I tell you what, next time I come aboard, remind me to tell you the one about the donkey. Don't forget now. All right, then, so anyway, thank you very much for being such a marvellous audience. Thank you, and all the best. And up the Ark Royal, and up the Navy. Thank you very much. There you are, viewers. So glad you could get here. Welcome to Cotgrave Colliery. And you've caught me in midstream because I'm here. Wait a minute. I'm here actually elucidating in front of an audience. The audience here. Am I not elucidating? Thank you very much. Well, please yourselves. Anyway. And to see where, but tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, I feel, I sort of feel limp. No, don't laugh, it's wicked to mock the afflicted. I felt, no, limp. I mean, anybody else who feel limp? Apart from any honeymoon couples, anybody else? No, I just, I know what it is. It's this jogging. I've got to stop this jogging, it's silly, you know. But I have to keep in shape, you see, because the Chippendales, Titty ye not, the Chippendales have asked me to join them. And wait, in an advisory capacity. They want me to tell them and show them how we did it in the old days. Cheeky buggers. No, I mean, yes. Anyway, that's what it's all about. And but I tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what it is? Do you find it's hot in here, isn't it? Sticky. Do you notice that? It's these television lights. They're very hot, you know, and sticky. I was just wondering something. I wonder if you could cool me down a bit. I'll tell you why. No. What? No, I wonder if you could blow on me. No, listen, no. If you could give me a blow. No, what, listen. Now, after 3, blow, all right? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Ecstasy. One more time, shall we? That's right. Go on, missus. Pucker your lips, dear. Uh-huh. You haven't forgotten how to, have you, dear? Or take your teeth out, we're not going anywhere. Go on. Good. So, here we are. Now, pucker. No, 1, 2, 3. I said pucker, not pass an opinion. Do you know London? Do you know Soho? Dirty beast. Dirty beast, Steve! Well, I was there, going through Soho, walking down this back lane, see, and I had a shock in my life. I saw the chairman of British Coal, no, listen, walking out of this sex shop. Chairman of British Coal, what's his name, Lord Muck or whatever his name is, you know. He's out of this sex shop. And he said, oh, Howard. He said, I was just thinking of you. I said, not in there, surely. He said, don't be absurd. He said, I've just been in there to buy a couple of pipe cleaners. He said, no, they told me, he said that you're going to Cotgrave Colliery, he said. Apparently some TV company sent you there. Is that right? I said, yes, sir. Oh, he says, very good. That'll raise morale. He said, that's what we want, raise morale. He said, you see, I hear the men are stuck in a rut. Perhaps you can help and get them out of it. So I said, oh, no, sir, not on your Nelly. I said, ha, 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 no. I said, if they're busy rutting, I said, I'm not going to poke my nose in. Or anything else, for that matter. But I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. The British coal industry and I have got one thing in common. We have both been very badly mismanaged for years. No, it's true. Look there. That's a bit of what they call satire. Satire. No, I like to slip into something different. You know. Get back to your shaft. Get back. Naughty. No. And so when I got up here, the first person, I was asked to report to your boss man, the Führer. Stocks, is his name Stocks? Mr. Stocks. And, yeah, strange man, I must say. I tell you something, he's no laughing stocks, that's for sure. Does he always walk away when you're talking to him? Very strange man. He's got a strange house too. All open plan, including the toilets. He said, now look, look, let's have a little talk, me and you. Now, these jokes you're going to do, or supposed to do, this turn you're going to do, is it going to be suitable? Suitable. So I said, oh, yes, sir, very. I said, I shall be pure as the driven snow. Pure, yes. Nothing blue, sir, nothing blue. Oh, he said, that's a pity, he said. That's all they like. I said, well, no. I said, well, what about swearing? I mean, how do they feel about swearing? It's always that they love it. They love it, but he said, don't worry, he said, they'll stop now and again so you can get a word in. Don't worry. Strange man. Anyway, so we've got to do this audience participation. Honestly, I get awfully jittery about this. I'm not very good at it. But what we're going to do, I thought I'd do first of all, tell the viewers, or explain to the viewers, something about the Cotgrave Colliery. And so I'm going to ask the entertainment manager here, if he'll sort of help me elucidate a bit about all this. I don't know if he's here. Mick? Mick? Oh, there you are, sir. Could you tell us exactly what do you mine here?
Coal.
Well, now, what type of... I mean, there must be more than one type of coal, I should think. Different, styles or different types of coal. And I wonder if you could expand on that. What type of coal?
Grade 2.
Yeah. Well, when you get the coal, this grade 2 coal, so yes, and of course you have to bring to the surface. How do you actually mine this?
We dig it up.
Well, you've got all these mounds, haven't you? All piles of the coal and everything else. Then, will you explain to the viewers what happens to it then?
Then it gets burnt.
Then... Mick. Mick. This is not being taken down in evidence against you, you know. If you want to fly into a frenzy, let yourself go. Who's that crouching behind you? Is that your wife? Is it you, the wife? What's your name, love?
June.
June. I see. You married him?
Yeah.
Are you? Well, he's not exactly a tearaway, is he? No wonder they call him Mogadon Mick. Look at him there. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I feel terrible. No, don't. No, don't clap. I feel terrible. I feel full of remorse. Anyway, I don't know. We didn't get along. I think I must have rubbed him up the wrong way. Does he communicate with you all right?
Sometimes.
Oh, I see. Have you got your children?
Yeah.
What, how many?
2.
Oh, well, he's communicated with you twice. At any rate, that much we know. I tell you something, it's very important that husbands and wives should get to, communicate with each other. I mean, it's a story, and this is a true story. This farmer and his wife who lived... Well, they had it on the farm, the man and his wife. They were a really lonely farm, really. This was in Wales, you see, in a place called Swansea. Anyway, this farm, you see, and sheep everywhere. He was surrounded by sheep everywhere. And you see, sometimes he got these terrible sexual urges. And wait a minute. So he used to drop everything. And wait a minute. Let him get home first. Then he's got to dash home to see his wife. Well, she was a funny woman. No, but she was cake mad. Always baking cakes. Her oven door was never shut. She was always pushing cakes and, demented. And of course, he used to dash in with his urge. And say, come on. Dash upstairs to the bedroom, you see, and she'd be messing about and she'd clean up, you see. And then, time she got upstairs, his urge had gone. So he said, look, dear, he couldn't stand it any longer. He said, now look, Samantha. He said, look, this is no good at all. He said, look, I'll tell you what I'll do in future. He said, when you're baking, you'll be looking out your window there. I'll give you a signal to say I'm on my way with my urge. Now, he said, what? He said, now you get upstairs quick. Do you understand? So I said, but so you understand? So, because there was today, Steve. Yeah. Well, the following day to this story, you see, she looked at the window, and she saw him. So she rushed upstairs, and she lay herself on the bed, all akimbo. You see, and he dashed in and he said, what the hell are you doing? Laying there, all akimbo. Well, she said, you're pointing upstairs. Up there, he said, I know, of course I was. The bloody roof's on fire now, what the hell? You see now, any other questions? Yes, sir.
American comedians talk a lot about one-liners.
One-liners?
What's the one-liner?
Shut your face. One-liner. Well, one-liner is a one-line. It's when you do a joke in a sentence, you see. Why do you ask, anyway?
Well, you don't tell those sort of stories, do you?
Well, sometimes. Why?
You tell more sort of rambling stories, sort of, oh, yes, Mrs. No,
Ramsay.
Mrs. All that.
Oh, we've got the message, thank you very much. Oh, no, who are they? No, I can do one-liners. Yes, of course I can do them. I mean, look at that woman next door to us. Fat. She is enormous. She's down to a standstill. I told her, I said, you must do something. I said, you'll make yourself poorly. Enormous. I said, go and see a doctor. She said, all right, go and see a doctor. She came back from this doctor. I saw her. I said, what happened then? She said, he put me on a diet. I said, well, jolly good job too. So I went in there a week later in her house, about 8 o'clock in the evening, 8 o'clock, and she's stuffing herself with a great plate of fish and chips. You know? I said, I thought you were on a diet. She said, I am. I've had that. This is my supper. I can't do one-liners. Fat. She's enormous. The woman's enormous. When she goes to a fancy dress party, she covers herself with a sheet and goes as Alaska. What? One-liners? She's fat. She's enormous. What? Last week was her birthday. So they clubbed together and bought her a present. It was a waterbed. Guess what was in it? Lake Windermere. One-liners. Oh, don't worry. Listen. Now.
Something else.
Oh, God.
Can you tell the story about the old man and the lodger?
The story about who?
The old man and the lodger. My dad told me about it. He heard you telling me.
Well, all right, thank you very much. I was lucky he didn't say your granddad. Anyway, this chap, no. It was the old boy. He used to be the postman, Eddie. Nice chap. And I met him in the street. I hadn't seen him for years, you know. So I said, how are you, Eddie? He said, oh, I'm fine. He looked it too. I said, so anything new? He said, well, I'm getting married. I said, you're not getting married? Are you really? Oh, God. I said, how old are you now? He said, 82. I said, 82? Oh. I said, well, how old's your bride to be? He said, 24. I said, 24? You're 82? There's a discrepancy there, isn't there? Oh, he said, so what? He said, I've been to the doctor. He said, I'm in full working order. He said, some parts want oiling, but he said, I'm all right. So I said, oh, 24. Girl, 82. I said, look, come here, Eddie. I said, look, can I give you some advice? Look, you'll be out a lot getting an orange pension. Taking a young lodger, a good-looking young lodger, you'll be surprised the difference it'll make. It'll make her happier. You see, you understand? Because it'll satisfy her more. When you're out in the club, or it'll be company, and you'll find she'll be much more satisfied. So he said, you think so? I said, I'm sure of it. So he said, I'll do that then, a young lodger. All right then. So off he went, you see, and dear, oh Lord. No, I met him the following year, coming along at the bottom of the street on his skateboard. And you see, all the black leather on. So I said, Eddie, here. I said, you're looking sprightly, how are you? Oh, he said, wicked. So I said, how's the marriage? He said, oh, brill. So I said, oh, well, that's good. And I said, how is your wife? Oh, he said, she's marvellous. She's having a baby. I had a baby? Oh. I said, how is the lodger? Oh, he said, she's having one as well. Listen, now you made me tell that. Don't blame me. Blaming me made me do it. Anybody else? Any other questions? Okay, here. Yes, sir. What is your name, sir?
Tom.
Tom. What? And yes. What?
What's the secret of your longevity?
Long what?
Longevity.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. That's between me and my doctor. Excuse me. Cheeky devil. Anybody else?
Please.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Mine's in 2 parts.
Look, we don't want your medical history. We don't mind. I dare ask him. Please, God, I get the right answer. What is in 2 parts?
The question.
Oh, thank God. Right. It was a nasty moment. What's the question in the first part?
They tell me you do a lot of catchphrases.
Yes. What? Well, some.
Do they make sense?
No. Not at all. Not on your Neddy. No. Well, no. That's well. The thing. No, once they did. because I was sitting at home and I got a phone call from a film producer, and it was for a movie, not for me. He wanted it to have you heard of a voiceover? Well, do you know what it means, a voiceover? When you get commercials and there's someone talking, that's the voiceover. Well, he wanted these catchphrases for a voiceover for a movie. He didn't tell me it was a blue movie. And it was for the women's part. See, oh no, oh nay, thrice nay, oh not on your Nelly, oh. I mean, God knows who's doing the male parts. I didn't dare ask. What's the second part of your interrogation?
How do you deal with hecklers?
Shoot them. Well, no, I don't. That's silly, because I don't shoot them, not usually. Look, are you do you speak at all in public? Do you do any talking?
Not really.
I mean, no. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll show you what I mean. You see, how you can be put off. Would you mind standing up? What's your name, sir?
Frank.
Oh, it's not Francis, is it the first name?
No.
Oh, common. My first name is Francis, you see. And, all right, well, Frank, would you mind standing up? Now, you just start talking, I'll heckle you, see what I mean? That's it. Ready? Anything, it doesn't matter what you say, man. Right, go on, go.
Well, I went out street yesterday morning and met this chap called Gordon. A bit of a character.
Why don't you go home?
I would do if doors weren't shut, but I still went out. So walking down with Gordon, and then Gordon was talking about this thing.
Why don't you go to sleep then?
Well, we're doing his best.
But thank you. Would you load the revolver? Well, you run that little rally, didn't you? I kicked 2 own goals then, didn't I? Game, set, and match to you, Frank. All right. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What is your name?
Arthur.
Arthur. And what is what do you do exactly?
Bar steward.
Pardon?
Bar steward.
Oh, that's what I've heard. So terrible now. He'll hit me afterwards. I want a drink from him, one too. Anyway, where do you live? On the premises?
Yes.
Upstairs somewhere, I suppose.
Yes.
That's why they call him Fiddler on the Roof. Anyway. I'm only joking, even though it's true. I'm going to say, what question do you want to
Have you ever
ask?
said anything on stage you wish you hadn't?
Tonight, better everything. What do you mean?
No, I mean anything embarrassing.
Have I said anything? Oh, terrible. Yeah. Oh, terrible times. Sometimes when I try to ad-lib, I get, I say things and afterwards I think, dear God, what have I said? I mean, it's terrible. You don't know without thinking. You can say, drop bricks. Terrible, I've done. Terrible bricks. I remember last year I went up to playing a club up in the north. It was a Catholic club. A Catholic club, you see. And what I like to do, I like to get in early in clubs and find out some local colour, you know what I mean? Some little gossip and trying to work in the act, you see, in the term, because they like me, it goes well with the local stuff. And so I thought, I'll get up there. So I went, funny enough, to this bar steward in this Catholic club. And I said, look, can you tell me any bits of, tidbits? He said, no, nothing here, it's very quiet. I said, oh, it must be something like that. No little bits of, hanky-panky, nookie, no. He said, no, nothing. I said, well, isn't there a hockey team or a darts team or something? No, he said, it's very quiet indeed. I said, there must be something. So he said, well, no. He said, the only thing is, he said, a month ago, some bloke stole our new television set. He said, that's all. Oh, stole your new television? Well, a month ago. I said, well, thank you very much. So I came on the stage, you see, I bounded on the stage, because I could bound in those days, and there I was, there was a sea in the audience, a sea of nuns and priests. It looked like a box of licorice all sorts, it was just all... And I did my best, I came in with all my best jokes, all the best jokes I knew, all the best ones, like the bishop and the call girl, and the nun on the crossbar, and... the donkey and the vicar's wife, good uns, they're all good uns. Not a titterless. I thought, well, they've heard them all, obviously, they've heard them. I thought, dear God, help me. Please give some inspiration, something topical, some local colour. And all of a sudden I saw at the back of the hall a huge crucifix. Right at the back of the hall. I said, look, I see you caught the bloke who stole your telly. Look. Oh, God. No. Oh, God, I felt terrible. All hell broke loose. Have you ever been beaten up by a gang of nuns? Have you? Well, I've often dreamt of it, but no, I don't know, I wouldn't bother if I were you. Anyway, thing is this, I've done some terrible things. The trouble is that different people laugh at different things. All it is not always the same. Different people laugh at different things. For instance, last year I was playing a very posh theatre in the West End of London. This posh theatre, terribly posh, in the West End of London, you see. And I told them this gag. I said, now what is the difference between erotic and kinky? Well, with erotic, you use a feather. With kinky, you use the whole chicken. Now, they guffawed in the West End, they guffawed at that, guffawed, which just goes to prove that in the West End, they're more common than you are. Anyway, you've been a marvellous audience, and thank you very much. So, up the miners. Thank you, God bless you. Up the miners, up the miners. And now, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we really must get to grips. We must get to grips with the matters in hand. Now, for this, I must ask you to use your own hands on your own matters. As for the grip, please yourselves. All right? I must say this, though. It's a really great pleasure to be here tonight. This is true. I'm not acting now. It's a great pleasure, an honour, a privilege to be here with the marvellous fire service. It really is a wonderful fire service. I'm very, well, I say, mind you, it wasn't a very good start. No, terrible start for the day. We got here, what time did we get here? About 4. Yeah, we got here about 4. So I came through the gate there, checkpoint Charlie, and I was handed a request. Yes, a message. I wanted to, the commandant wished to see me, the commandant. So I thought, So I went to see him in his estate, you know, in the forest there. And a strange man. Most peculiar man. Well, I mean, fancy having to break a pane of glass to press a doorbell. Most peculiar. It's almost kinky, isn't it? Anyway, he came down, opened the door. He came himself. Oh, he came himself, yes, opened the door. And he's very charming, very charming. In fact, for one moment, I thought he was going to ask me in. And we were standing there, chatting on the doorstep, you see, bitter out. And, he said, Howerd, he said, I've sent a memo to your employers. He said, the TV company is saying, now look, what we don't want is anything which might tarnish the image of the fire service. I said, well, no, sir. Now he said, I don't want any of your tastelessness. I don't want any of your vulgarity. And he said, above all, I don't want any of your sex. So I said, well, I wasn't going to offer any. I said, I don't go round from door to door. I said, I mean, it's so ludicrous. He said, this is the point. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to talk to a fine body of men. I said, what about the women? Well, with women, they've got some finer body. He said, look, that's just the childish rubbish we don't want. He said, I must impress upon you. I must impress... He said, can you smell burning? Burning? He said, oh, dear God. But he said, I can't stand here chatting to you. This always happens. These things always happen unexpectedly. These things always happen unexpectedly, like a bolt from the blue. And he said, calm down, sir. I said, you'll make yourself poorly. I said, surely you make yourself another piece of toast. It's so, you know, it's so silly. I said, you've been watching too much Trumpton. I must get now down to the nitty-gritty. That's the thing. Nitty-gritty. I'll tell you something else. You won't find any nits grittier than this TV crowd, especially the boss man. Well, no, you see, he puts the mockers on me. We got in here today about, what time did we get in? About 4. And, what? Yeah, and, you shut your face, you, what do you mean? And he said, I said, look, what's this? Pole. He said, that? He said, well, yes. He said, that pole, he said, that pole is for your entrance. I said, I beg your pardon? He said, look, you slide down on it. Enter, it'll look marvellous on the television. And he said, the audience will love you for it. I said, maybe so. I said, well, will they come to visit me? That's the point. He said, there's nothing to it. He said, all you have to do is to twine your legs around it, and he said, it'll be like London's burning. I said, about London burning? I said, the suburbs will be burning as well. I said, I'm sorry. No, he said, all right, then we'll scratch the pole. I said, yes, you do that. It was ludicrous. But he said, one thing we're going to do, he said, we must have audience participation. We must have audience participation. He said, that's essential. Let's leave that bit in. He said, audiences like to see themselves on the telly. So, ladies and gentlemen, I must ask you now to steel yourselves for intercourse. Well, you never know, you might enjoy it. Oh, you fools, you mad fools. Whimsicality upon whimsicality. Now, we've got to let's see a nice, kindly face who could lead us off into this. Think of something. Let's have, well, the earrings. Yeah. Listen, what's your name?
Kerry.
Kerry. Yeah. Kerry. I thought you said curry at first. I couldn't say hot or cold. Never mind. Well, can you think of a? Could you think of a question to ask me? Would you chat among yourselves for a minute? Just give a chance to gather herself her wits around her.
Have you ever thought of retiring?
Could you think of another question? Naughty, you are naughty. Yeah.
Did you think of joining the fire service at all when you were young?
Let's get back to the first question. Now listen, Kerry, you've asked me that. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. I did join. Now, it's true. I say, your pardon, I did. This was I say the fire. This was the auxiliary fire service. And have you heard of the auxiliary fire service? Now, this was during the outbreak of the war. The war, never mind which war. It's immaterial. Anyway, I did join. I had to join something. And you see, I thought, what can I do? And I was used to answering calls in the middle of the night, you know. Well, wait a minute. No. What? No, we had an outside toilet. And you see, I got used to dressing quickly and dashing outside. And I thought, naughty. Dear, you what whimsy. No, the thing was that that's why I joined. And, you're a dozy lot. 3 days training we had. There was 1 day ringing the bell and 2 days polishing the horse. Because, now you see, they did use horses in those days, you see, the outbreak of the war. In the rural, I can't say rural, country areas, they used to use horses. Our commander, he was, how can I describe him? A pig. And I was polishing this horse, I was really working hard with a scrubbing thing there. He said, for God's sake, put your back into it. He said, come on. He said, I want to see my face in that horse's bottom. I said, that can be arranged. I was out, Kerry, I was out. Didn't last long. Still, you can't win them all, can you, girl? No, but that's the beginning of it all. Anyway, anybody else?
Please.
Oh, where? Sir. Oh, oh, excuse me. I must turn professional. Wait a minute. Yes, sir. What is your name?
My name's Brian.
Yeah. Where do you come from?
I come from Cheltenham.
Where? Cheltenham.
Cheltenham,
What do you
yeah.
do?
I'm a staff officer at the college.
Oh, sorry, sir. What can I... What are you going to interrogate me about?
Francis, I read somewhere that, or I saw on television or something, that
Yeah.
you were in the army once.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, you can't have been in both, could you?
Sir, this is only a show, you see. I'm not under oath. Do you understand what I mean? No, well, a matter of fact, you're wrong. I wasn't I was in both. You see, when I left, well, I joined the army after I was dismissed from the fire service, the auxiliaries, that's why.
Why?
Look, Rumpole. Why? My brain is acting feverishly. But no, I'll tell you why, because of a 999 call. Have you heard of a 999 call?
Yes.
That's right. Well, that was my downfall in the fire service. Your Francis was a failure. Failed, thank you very much. Thank you. I feel terrible now about it. But it was a fine... Yeah, I'll tell you what happened. You see, there was a chap on a ledge was going to throw himself, commit suicide. And they called us out to try and talk him down. Now, I didn't know the fire service was connected with things like this, but they are, aren't they? And I didn't know. And we went down to the street, and there was this man on a ledge, 10 stories up. 10 stories on a ledge. See? And I looked up, the wind was howling. Oh, it was terrible, it was bitter out. Bitter out. And I looked at him, it made me quite giddy just looking up at him. So this commander said to me, he said, now get up there, he said, and talk him down. I said, well, I don't know what to... I said, we haven't done any training for this. He said, look, this is an emergency. For God's sake, he said, look, what you've got to do, talk to him, chat to him. He said, and distract him. He said, and then, you know, opportune moment, hit him. So I said, what with? He said, your fist, you fool, what do you think with? So he said, never forget, now stun him and carry him down over your shoulder. So I was, oh God, it's terrible. The wind, I turned and looked down. Up, I mean, I'm not a good traveller at the best of times. And I was up there, and there's this chap on this ledge, you got up there, and he sort of squatted on the ledge, you see. So he said to me, I got up there, he said, hello, what do you want? That's nice, isn't it? What do you want? I said, I tell you what I want, I said. I want to sit on next to you, so move over. No, I thought I'd distract him. So I said, now, but tell me, I said, what's your favourite colour? See, what I was thinking, I hit him. He hit me back. I said, what do you want to do that for? He said, well, you started it, didn't you? I said, look, I said, I've come up here to try and help you. He said, well, I don't want any of your help. I was livid. I nearly pushed him off. Well, it's unnecessary, isn't it? And I looked, because I looked down. Oh dear, I got vertigo. So this man was bawling, bring him down, bring him down. I said, I can't, I've got vertigo. So they sent another fireman up. And he arrived, his face was there he was. He said, what the hell are you doing? I said, I've got vertigo. So he said, oh, have you? He said, what's your favourite colour? Then he hit me. I said, look, well, everybody stop hitting me, I said. Because in the end, I was carried down by the man who was trying to commit suicide. I felt such a fool. But I mean, I ask you, fancy trying to commit suicide in the middle of a war?
Please.
Oh, sir. Yes, sir. What is your name?
My name's John.
John. And where do you come from?
Merseyside.
Mersey? Oh, Liverpool. What part?
Kirby.
Oh, Kirby. Oh, there's posh. Now, what do you do?
I teach ship fires.
Could you employ better diction? What?
Ship fires.
Ship, good. What do you want to ask me?
Well, over the years, your career's had some ups and downs.
Well, like yours, on those ladders. On the ladders.
Have you ever thought of throwing the towel in? Like the guy on the ledge?
Committing suicide? But me? You mean ending it all?
Yes.
Well, not so far. Mind you, the night is young, is it not? The night is young. I'll tell you, No, well, now, yes, known once. Well, a long time ago. I was silly. I was only young. I was silly to myself. I was in love. Your Francis was in love, and this girl, she was a funny girl, and she spurned me. Yes. Talk about London spurning. It was Francis spurning. Oh no, don't laugh. You mustn't laugh. It's a terrible thing that. And I was I really was. I was sort of all, down, heartbroken. I was absolutely heartbroken. Then I don't know. This all ended. You see, and I was heartbroken. I was walking along the river bank, and I thought, shall I? Because it was about a month after. She walked out on me, and I thought, shall I? And all of a sudden, there's a voice. Wait a minute. So I looked around, it was a policeman. The copper. He said, come on, son. He said, things can't be as bad as all that. Now, Tommy, what's your name? I said, Frankie Howerd. He said, oh. He said, go on. Pitiful, that was pitiful. Pitiful, Francis. Mocking again, you're mocking. Naughty. Oh no, it's a terrible thing. I got over it though. Oh well, there it is. Life has to carry on. So we must carry on. Anybody else, please?
Please.
Ah, sir. Yes. What's your name?
Alan.
From whence do you come?
Moreton in Marsh.
What do you do?
I'm a retained fireman.
How are you? I see. How can I help you?
Have you ever considered retiring?
Didn't I answer that one?
Hang on, you ain't let me finish the question.
I'm sorry. Oh. Look, sir, this is a single act. It's not a double act. Not little and large. It's just... Yeah, what are you going to say?
Well, at the age of 55, firefighters have to retire.
Yeah.
Have you any advice for people that have to take early retirement?
You have to retire at 55. Yeah. Well, it'd be easy to answer this question if I could, of course, when I get to 55. But... How dare you! How very, very dare you! You'll be ashamed! No, you shouldn't retire. Shouldn't. And it's too young. You'll change jobs. And if you keep your ladder and your bucket, you can be a winter cleaner. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, no, I feel terrible now. I feel awful. I shouldn't have said that. No. Let me tell you a story. There was this nun, laying in the bath. So having a bath. She was laying there in this bath. And suddenly there was a knock on the door. And she said, who's there? And this voice said, the blind man. She said, what? He said, the blind man. Oh, she said, well, that's all right then. Well, you can come in. So he came in, he said, go on, look. Now he said, where would you like me to put the blind? Now, there. Now, you see, that's an interior decorator. You see, you get fringe benefits with that job. You get to look for a job with perks, but above all, don't retire. Anybody else?
Please.
Where? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, what is your name?
Colin.
Colin, from?
Telford.
What question do you...
Well, I've been reading a book called A Funny Way to Be a Hero.
Funny Way to Be a Hero? Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a book written by a chap called John Fisher. Can I explain to us? There's a book they wrote called A Funny Way to Be a Hero, and it's about comedians through life stories, like Max Miller, Morecambe and Wise in it, Tommy Cooper's, a lot of people in it, and I'm supposed to be in it as well. Now, what was the point?
Well, Frankie, I wondered whether you consider yourself to be a hero.
Me? Not on your Nelly. Oh, nay, thrice nay. Oh no, I should say no. I'm done one heroic thing in my life. I can honestly say that. No, a minute, let me think. Am I being silly to myself? Wait a minute. Well, half. Once, I was half a hero. Once. I tell you why, it was only an accident, mind you. I was at Somerset, and I was walking on a canal bank. There's a lot of canal banks in Somerset, canal banks. And I was walking on this canal bank, and it's very steep, the banks are steep, very steep. And this was a chap there struggling, see, in the middle of the thing. So I thought, well, obviously he can't swim. And I thought to myself, I can swim very much, but still, I better have a go. So I sort of plunged in, well, stepped in, really. And I walked over to him, and there was no point in crawling, so I got him, and I dragged him to the side. And he was half in, you see, there, the bottom half he was in, and the top half was out. So I was, you know what it is, don't you? Was it resuscitation? Yeah, pulling it. Oh dear, what, his mouth? God, like this. All this stuff came out. Rubber tyre, Coke tins, magazines, and cigarette ends, all sorts of things were coming out. And I looked round, and there was a chap watching me. And, you know, I said, "You enjoying yourself?" He said, "God help us." He said, "You're working hard, aren't you?" I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "I've just pumped half the canal out of this man's mouth." He said, "I'll tell you something," he said. "You'll pump the other half out if you don't get his backside out of the water." Oh, there we are. That's half a hero. Anybody else?
Please.
Where are I? Yes, sir.
Yes. My name's Clive.
What do you want to know?
Do you write all your own material?
The jokes, you mean?
Yes, yes.
Only the good ones. No, we get jokes from writers, and then you obviously do some of your own. But people write in with jokes sometimes, and people tell you something. Sometimes you're in a pub. People come up and tell you jokes. Always in a pub, you know. Here's one you could tell. You know, and you couldn't, of course, ever. Well, I came in a bit early. What time are we getting today? About 4. Yeah. Well, I was in the bar there, having a cup of tea. And I swear, it was tea, about 4. And this chap came over to me to tell me some jokes. And Ray, is he here by chance? Ray? Yeah. Oh! Oh, where? Oh, do you remember those jokes you told me?
No, I did.
You should do. Can I ask you to tell one now?
What, one now?
Yeah, if you could. One of those you told me about 8. Tell me one now. Yeah. Take your time. Yes.
What about the fireman?
Yeah.
Once upon a time as a fireman, and his hosepipe was bitten off by a donkey.
Now, wait a minute, just... Look, would you tell a clean one, for God's sake? He's having Mary Whitehouse on the phone now. Look, tell another... No, I'll tell it. He's bound to bring the donkey in again, whatever he tells. No, he told me one story which was very good. It was a beautiful story, actually, a beautiful story. It was about... I was quite touched by it, really. And he was about an old couple, very old couple. Well, I know it wasn't. Well, they weren't a couple, because her husband had just died, and she was very old, and he just died. And the priest, you know, the vicar, was trying to console her. And she said, "Oh, well, we've had a happy life, you know." "Oh, yes, very happy life. He was very good to me." She said, "Well, we tried to be good to each other. We were very understanding and calm, and we loved each other." She said, and it was very trusting. We trusted each other. And she said, you know, he was steady. He had a sort of, he was a very methodical man, calm in a way. He was a very rituals of things. She said, "Well, you know, I'll tell you something, she's up to the day he died, you know. He made love all the time." "Oh," she said, "yes, made love up to the day he died." She said, "Oh, yes." You know, it was a ritual. Because every Sunday at midday, she said, when the church clock struck midday, he used to make love in rhythm to the chimes. Bong, 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 bong. Oh, it's beautiful. Bong. And she said, "I'll tell you something else," she said. "I swear he'd still be alive today," she said, if that bloody fire engine hadn't gone dashing past." So, all right. Thank you very much. You've been a marvellous one. I'm very grateful to you. So, up the fire service. Up the fire service! Thank you. Give us a kiss. stay. Turn round. There we are. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you very much. Welcome, viewers. Now, welcome, viewers. Welcome to the Queen Elizabeth Medical Centre here in Nottingham. And we have been waiting for you. Yes, makes a change, doesn't it? National Health Service waiting for the public. All satire. Look at all satire. Anyway, you all seem fit and well, I must say. You all seem fit and well. And, well, you have to be very careful because it's amazing. You can pick up all sorts of things in hospitals, can't you? All sorts of things you can pick up. You ask the junior doctors. I mean, let's face it. They're always being called upon. They're always being chased. The junior doctors are always on the bleep. Naughty little bleepers, they are. Yes. Anyway, I must calm down. We're turning this. I'm turning this into a place of amusement, and I've written no. But I don't know. I myself. I feel I'm all right, but I'm a bit poorly myself, really. Thank you. That's right. Get your R's out. I mean, because no, I felt. Well, I mean, you know, I felt. I mean, I woke up this morning. I sort of felt funny, and. What do you mean about time? No, I felt pale and wan. Yeah, I felt pale and sort of wan. And have you ever felt wan? You dare, go on, you dare answer. Well, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, dear God, Francis, you're looking nearly 40. I really felt... They can be so hurtful, that lot. They can be so mocking Francis. I know exactly what to say to hurt me. No, but I tell you, no, it's a funny thing. You see, I happen to be here at all because what's the day, Russell? But yeah, Wednesday. Well, last Saturday, I was laying in bed, mending a puncture, and what? No, in a puncture. Well, no, odd. What do you mean odd? No. Thing is, you see, no, these water beds. No. They're very good for the back, you know. This water bed I've got, I had mine specially made. All you have to do, you have to put your feet, your ankles, through the leather straps at the bottom of the bed, you see. And through the top straps on the bedpost, you see. And you lay there, look up at yourself in the mirror on the ceiling. And no, it's very restful. And I mean, some of these chains, the iron chains pinch a bit. But... what do you mean, kinky? What's kinky? Not kinky at all. Listen, this is an orthopaedic bed. I got this on prescription. Look, he doesn't understand. You see, the whole thing is supposed to be a joke, this, you know. This is what we call a comedy routine. I mean, I don't really do it. Not since... I don't really do it. Not since that accident with the kipper. And I'll tell you... How dare you go me into a fury? What do you mean, mad? No, anyway, the phone rang, so I took off my leather mask, and there was a... oh, no, don't. Look, listen, you're making this a mockery. And no, you have to answer the phone. See, this voice came through. Queen's here, Nottingham. I said, Queen's in Nottingham, really? Oh. He said, yes. He said, I want you to get up here post-haste. Get up here very early, he said, if you can. He said, I've got something I wish to bring out into the open. I said, excuse me. I said, is this an obscene phone call? He said, don't be so stupid. Of course not, he said. I want you to get up here post-haste. Get up here early, he said. I'm the hospital administrator, he said, up here in Nottingham. And he said, I want you to help us out of a hole. I said, now, this is an obscene phone call, isn't it? So I got up here. Do you know him at all? I got up here early. Did you know him at all? The hospital administrator. Have you seen him meandering around? Strange man. Most peculiar man. I mean, fancy offering me a cup of tea from a drip. Most peculiar. Now, I said, what can I do for you, sir? He said, no, what you can do for me. He said, it's what I don't want you to do. He said, he said, listen to this. He said, we don't want any old corny jokes about hospital routines. Corn, carry on matron, carry on nurse, carry on bedpans, all that silly old corny stuff. I said, when do I do corny gags? I wouldn't say anything to harm with the reputation of the National Health Service. Of course not. Of course I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't, because after all, well, from the day we're born, we owe our very lives to you. Listen, I remember, well, of course, so many years ago now, many years ago. But no, I can see it now. I remember lying on this bed, naked, of course, screaming my head off, you see, and this nurse slapping my bottom, you see. Yes. Oh, what a party that was. I never forget, no. Wicked it was. Oh, no. Well, now, we come now, ladies and gentlemen, to a part of the festivities which I abhor. I very, very horror this, and that is what they call audience participation. Now, we have audience participation because, you see, the people who run this, the central TV, the yobbo who runs it, well, know what he said to me? He said, look, you must lay yourself bare before the public. Lay yourself open to the public, he said. Let them probe you. Be a friend of the people. I said, the way you're talking, I shall be an enemy of the people. Yes. Anyway, so now question time. Any questions? Ladies and gentlemen, can you think of anything during this brief lull? Have you been able to think of any questions at all? Anybody? Oh, good. Sir, what is your name? Andrew. Where do you come from?
Malaya.
I think they have a marvellous bus service, don't they? I mean, Malaya. Well, now, is it going to be in English, this question, is it?
Yes.
Right. What is the question?
Have you had much contact with the medical profession?
Such as?
Well, doctors.
Doctors. Right, Andrew, I try not to have any contact before 11 o'clock. Because sometimes their fingers are bloody freezing, you know. I had a bit of laryngitis, you know, and it's very difficult when your voice, when you have to talk for a living, your throat depends on your speaking for your living. Well, you understand what I mean, don't you? It's my throat. It wants cutting. Oh, you fools! You mad fools, you! You mad fools! Mocking Francis. No, I went to this doctor, so I thought to myself, I'll pop in, and out. I'll pop in to see him. Well, I was there for 3 hours. It's the longest pop I've had for a long time, I'll tell you. They were queuing down and on the passageway, and it was my turn. It's true. My turn to go in, there was a doctor's room. It was just my turn to go in and get served, and this woman came. And they said, excuse me, could she get by? I said, why? He said, well, could she go and see the doctor? I said, what's wrong with her? They said, well, she's 72. I said, well, what's wrong with this? They said, well, you see, her legs are stuck together. So I said, a what? They said, her legs, you see, they're stuck together. I said, well, I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that? No, I said, well, all right, let her go. So she went by, this woman, you see, and she went in, I thought, poor old soul. It's hardly worth her while going home. I mean, look at her. She went inside this doctor's room, you see, so we all lowered our heads. And the door opened, she marched out. Just walked straight by. Never so much as a may I, by your leave, kiss me prescription, nothing. So I said to them, I went to the doctor, I said, excuse me. I said, what was wrong with that woman? He said, what woman? I said, the woman, her legs were stuck together. No, I saw it, the legs were stuck to... Oh, he said nothing wrong with her, silly cow. She had 2 legs down one knicker. So, I mean, no, listen. There we are. Anybody else now, please? Any questions? Sir? What's your name, sir?
Tom.
Tom. And what do you want to know? How can I help you?
People in your profession have facelifts and
Facelifts and that type of thing.
Wait a minute, go back. They have facelifts?
and that type of thing.
Yes.
Have you ever thought of having a facelift?
Do I look as if I had a facelift? If I had, I want my money back, I'll tell you that. Thomas! Oh, Thomas! No, the only place I can go for a facelift would be Lourdes. No, but you can do it. You can Marsh, you can on the National Health Service now, can't you? You can get them all. You know, the bags, and the eye. They all tell me I look like a weary camel, but I haven't done it. You can get nose jobs these days, can't you? And transplants, and you can have a sex change.
Have you ever considered having a sex change?
Tom, is this a proposal? Listen, a sex change. A sex change from what to what? That's the point. Don't answer that. I'll tell you something. Any sex will make a change. Anyone? So please yourselves. Oh, well. Since we're on the subject, well, you brought on this subject of sex changes. Were you thinking of having a sex change yourself? Well, you asked me if I had. Have you? Oh, come on. Well, eh?
I can't afford it.
You can't afford it. Well, I tell you something, it's very expensive, I think. I got a chap that lives down our road. He went, honestly, this is absolutely true. It costs a fortune now. He went over there to Amsterdam, you know, and you know, it cost him £2,000. £2,000. He came back without a sausage. What? No, it's very expensive. Anyway. Now, I will tell you a story about a sex change, about this chap, James, because James was the name of this butler. Butler, see. And he was a butler to the Duchess, this Duchess, and she was right up to him. And then, so this was pretty late at night, about 11:30, you see, 12 o'clock, and the limousine drew up. And so the Duchess, so she said, James, follow me. James, follow me upstairs to the bedroom. You understand? To my bedroom. So up they went to the bedroom. There was the Duchess and there was James following her, you see. So when they got in, she said, James, will you take my shoes off? Thank you. Now, James, will you take my stockings off? Thank you. Will you take my dress off? Thank you. And now, James, will you take my panties off? And never wear them again. Now, the story, now that is a story, the moral of that story is this. With every man, there's a woman sort of trying to get out. And with every woman, there's a man No, forget that moral, no, I'm cancelling it. Another question, quick, before you get me... Yes, sir. Well, you're a godsend. What is your name, sir?
Duncan.
Duncan. You, Scotsman?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Where do you come from, then?
Reading.
Reading. Oh, I see. All right. Duncan, what are you going to ask me?
I wonder if you ever won an award for being funny. Duncan, what do you mean by that? A comedy award?
Comedy award. Have I won a Look, let me tell you this. Ladies and gentlemen, I say not to you, to everybody. What do they mean? Don't mean anything, really. It's what you do. They don't mean a thing, really. They're meaningless, honestly. I mean, who cares? Who cares? I mean, who cares?
Have you actually won one?
You know bloody well I have, and that's why you're... Anyway, that's awards. I shall win one day, don't worry. Well, anybody else? Yes, sir. Let me pounce over here, yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Where? Is there more than one? Please? Oh, yes, sir. Now, what is the... what's your name in the rate?
James.
James? Yes. Never worked for a duchess. No, never mind. Listen. What do you do?
I'm a medical student.
Yeah, but studying.
I'm
It's easy to say. What are you studying?
doing psychiatry at the moment.
Psychiatry? What is the question then? Yes. Look, they're supposed to laugh, James, not you now. What is the question?
Have you got a history of mental illness?
Have I got a what?
A history of mental illness?
Yes. I borrowed one from the library. Do you want to borrow it? It's got a tome. It's a book. He said, yes. He tried to goad me. He tried to goad me, then, didn't you? You're trying to yes, you were, a psychiatric probe. You were just trying to get me out of... You're trying to drive me into paranoia. You were? Paranoia! Yes! Ah! You try and doze off. You try and doze off. Nobody goes to sleep while I'm on paranoia, yes! Yes, James! I don't care! That's what you're trying to do, drive me into a paranoid state! Because I'm acting now, you see, because... This is what I'm really like, James. Now tell me. Shut up! Oh. Where is he? Don't skulk there. Yes. James, do you suffer from paranoia? Do you know what it is? Do you suffer from paranoia?
No.
You sure? Well, I mean, you think of the people you know, your lecturers, and, you know, the people you've lived with and around you. Do you feel that they, you know, have this feeling all the time that they despise you a bit and that they don't like you very much, and that they, you know, they don't rate you at all, they're against you? Do you feel like that?
No.
No. Well, they say ignorance is bliss. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way to get through life. Anybody else? Any more? Any more?
Please.
Yes. Oh. What's your name?
Joe.
Joe. What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
Oh, a doctor. Ah, I see. Good. I bet you're posh. What are you?
I'm a senior registrar.
Always a registrar. Yes, sir. Would you be good enough to tell me your questions, sir?
Yes, I would. Do you get much of your comedy from observing people like Peter Sellers used to?
Peter Sellers is marvellous, yes. Yeah, observing people, not really. Because, well, I mean, I might go, nay, thrice nay. Oh, no, oh, no. You don't really need to observe anybody, because nobody else does it. And that's the man. No, I don't, May I ask, Joe, why you ask?
Well, as a doctor, I've learnt to tell a lot about people just from their body language.
Their body language? Ooh, now. This is interesting. You've been sitting there, agog with watching me. Well, tell me what my body tells you.
Well...
Go on, be honest.
I think you're overweight.
No, go on, be honest.
You're overweight.
Well, I try to keep in shape.
I'm afraid it's the wrong shape.
Joe, doctor, I'm told that I am perfect weight for my height.
You are never 8'4".
Is he your script writer? There's a double act, isn't it? Alan Pace. You're showing me up in public, Joe.
I'll get my own back on you. I will. The last thing I do. Naughty Joe! Naughty! No, you've goaded me. You know, you've sent me into paranoia now. You sent me like... No, you goaded me. Banded words. But I tell you, when you can't always go by appearances. I knew... Listen, I had some chap that went to see a doctor, and this is a true story. It's very sad. He was a patient. He went to see this doctor, and he was very shy. And he said to the doctor, he said, look, I don't really like to talk about this. I'm embarrassed. So the doctor said, look, don't be stupid, I hear everything. He said, you do as a doctor, nothing's going to shock me. Tell me, what is it? What is it? Well, this man said, the thing is, but every time I walk, my bottom whistles. Beg your pardon? He said, every time I walk, my bottom whistles. He said, I've never heard of that. He said, it's extraordinary. He said, would you mind showing me what happens? So now, I can't do it. I can't whistle. Can you whistle, Joe? Yeah. Reasonably. Show it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That's fine. So would you do the sound effects for me? So I can't do the whistling. All right, would you mind? All right, all right. So this, I'll start out a bit. So this man said, the doctor said, this man, would you mind showing me exactly what happens when you walk? You see? Go. The doctor said, that's extraordinary. Doctor, that's extraordinary. Extraordinary. He said, would you mind walking back again? I think I'm there now. So this doctor said, I'm never seen anything like it. He said, I must tell the consultant, my consultant next door. He said, what about make an audio cassette of this? I'd like to get him to hear this. So he put this audio cassette on the, the thing and got it ready. So he said, right, would you mind walking again? Ready? Thank you. So this doctor said, well, now, wait a minute. I'm going next door. So he rushed into his consultant, his old consultant. And he said, turn it on. Now, what do you make of this? Well, the consultant said, well, it sounds to me like some silly ass whistling. Game set a match to me, Joseph. You walk right into that one, I'll give you out a shake. All right then, so let's be friends, Joe. All right? So we have 50-50, all right? We'll meet again and we'll continue this bout. I'll buy you a drink afterwards, all right? Let's hope you likes chloroform. Well, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. You've been a marvellous audience. We're very, very grateful to you. So may I say to you, up the National Health Service! Up the National Health Service! Thank you very much.
Well, that was the last programme in the series Frankie's On, and also, sadly, the last television programme made by Frankie Howerd before he died.